What's up? Today I have some good news. I have finally finished my Beat That Texture mod. This has taken me a little while, but I'm going to go through the process of how I made these and basically, well, kind of just showing the textures. I'm going to turn down the game so you can hear me. I'm going to go over some stuff. So, let's go in, single player. Doesn't really matter, I'm just showing off the textures anyway, but... So this Brutalistic, how did I make this? Well, first of all, this is based on a Brutalistic that I had as a kid, and, I really, just to make this decal, what I did was I took a top photo of the car, well, somebody gave me a top photo of the car, and I just cropped out everything else and just got just the decals from the picture. It looked kind of bad, but I fixed it up a bit so it looks a little bit better. This I had to remake because they were albino buffaloes textures, and the hood decal was not only inaccurate, but also didn't want to use any albino textures because albino buffalo and me were not really a thing right now. We're not talking, but yeah, I remade all of these. I made the Teku decals. Well, no, okay, so I made the side decals. I made everything except for all the Teku logos. So anything that has a Teku logo or like a Teku like sponsor, that's by Opus. He has a YouTube channel. Well, you can call him Opus or Omega Plus, but that's just how his name is. But yeah, he gave me the Teku logos, and I'm very glad about it because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to have any logos on half these cars. Cover light I had to also remake, but not a big issue. Decals, yep, made by me and paint.net, by the way. These two cars, well, pretty much everything that I say is remade in paint.net and just tracing over the original decals and then just, yeah, make stuff look a little bit better. Rapid Transit, that I'm pretty sure, in my previous textures, they were taken from an actual photo of the car, but this was actually taken, like this version of the texture was taken from the Hot Wheels Beat That DS texture, and I just upscaled it and put it on this, and it looks a lot better than the other one. Also, I should probably say that this was also albino's texture, but again, I had to replace it because again, you know, albino. Off track is the same as before, it's just based on the 50th anniversary one. Sadly, no more midriff. I'm sorry, no more WhatsApp midriff. But we have the Beast Bash 5-pack midriff, which I remade the decals from myself, with a little bit of help from Wayman on the little like rod thing, or like the little like, I don't even know what you can call those, but like those orange things that go around the rod in the middle of the text. It's hard to explain, but yeah, that one was made by me, just with a little help from Wayman. Or Velocity, as he calls it YouTube. This one I remade myself. It's just one of the versions of Beligo that I like, so I just decided to remake it because why not? Same as before though. This one is probably the one that I spent the most effort on. I think it's the first edition's cool one. And this is albino's buffalo. Well, this was originally albino's texture. Well, okay, so albino's texture that he had before was based on another version of cool one, but I decided to do the first edition's one, and I had to remake everything. I had to remake this whole thing from scratch. It was really hard, but I got it, and I'm very proud of the outcome. So Fast, this was made by a friend of mine. It was actually just finished today. Hot Wheels Nathan Jens, you might know him on YouTube as Hot Wheels Stunt Track Driver. He made the decals, I just put them on the car, and it looks really good, surprisingly. Jackhammer is the same as before, remade by me. This one was, okay, so the hood decal and the little like logo, the ET2 logo on the side of the car there. I remade just the normal side decal, and then he made the hood decal on the ET2 decal. He also helped me with the color of the car as well, like make sure I got the color of the car right. So yeah, big shout out to Wayman / Scholastic for that one. This one is the same as before. Funny enough, the story of this one. This is before I knew how to make decals, but I also didn't want to just take them off the car, so I literally like used a paintbrush tool for this, and it looked really bad. Well, I just used a paintbrush tool on the 88 car, and the two red and yellow lines, but not with the logos. So yeah, it looks pretty bad. It's the same as before. This Rockster, yes, it was taken from the actual car. I didn't make it yet, because I haven't had time, and also this decal's annoying to remake. But yes, this one was just made by me, just taken off the car. It's based on, I think, the first edition, still I'm not sure. The formulator, I think it's one of the newer releases, but I don't know. And obviously this MST was from Velocity X. I keep forgetting to mention everything about these cars. There's so much to do. Chicane, this was originally Albino's texture, but I decided to remake the Chicane decals. Realistically, the only thing I even did on this one was change up the, like, I took the original texture, made the color brighter, changed the color of the tires and like the details, and then I remade the black parts of the decal, and then I just used Opus or Megapus's Teku logos, and just use those to finish the decals, and it came out pretty good. I'm pretty proud of this one. This one hasn't changed in like 4 months. This is the same texture as it always was. Street Breed 247 from the game and the movie of Race Book. This one is the same as before. Was taken from the actual photo of the car. I should also say that this was taken from the Hot Wheels World Race game texture of the car. I just decided to upscale it and put it on that texture. Phantom Racer, this is just taken off of a, I'm trying to remember what release it was. I know it's just taken from the actual car, I didn't remake it, but yeah, I just cropped it out, but it came out pretty good, surprisingly. This is one of Albino's textures, but I decided to, I had to remake it because, again, I am not using any of Albino's textures, so I just took the 16 Angels texture from Beat That, and I just changed the color. That's literally all I did for this one, was the first edition 16 Angels. But it's not Albino's texture, even though it looks similar, just because I just, they're really, I didn't want to do any other releases, but I can promise you that this is my version of the texture. Super Tsunami, this is meant to be the Tech Tuners one that I just took from the actual photo of the car and didn't remake because that decal was annoying to remake. But for some reason, TextMod is being annoying and doesn't want to load it into the game. The texture is in the file pack, but it's just not, well, it's in the file, but it's just not loading in the game for some unknown reason. It's been like that for a long time. This was originally one of Albino's textures, but I decided to just, again, remake it, because again, I'm not using any of Albino's textures. Even if I, like, I'm not even using them as a base. I'm not gonna just take anything that he did, I removed pretty much. There's nothing left in this texture pack that was done by him. No decals, no anything. So, this is all my stuff. I just want to make sure, because I just want everybody to know that. I don't want people saying that I stole it, you know. But yeah, I took the upscaled World Race video game texture of Muscle Tone. And then I just put it on the Muscle Tone Beat That texture. It was kind of a pain because the hood and rear decals, I don't know why, they're not aligned in the race. When you go into a race, they're not aligned, so just ignore that, to be honest. There's no way to fix that. They're always going to be slightly misaligned, the top and the rear decals, but the side looks decent enough. Bone Shaker, the UVs of this Bone Shaker model are really limited, so I couldn't do any other release of the car, so I just decided to recolor the skull to be more die-cast accurate of just white. battle spec with battle spec decals that I remade myself that I'm actually really proud of. The only thing that is not mine here is just the technical logo, which again is by Omega Plus or Opus. It's obviously Acceleracers when you don't even need me to tell you that one. Kind of obvious. But yeah, that was remade because I'm not gonna take it from the actual car. Pretty much half these cars are now just remade. This one I remade myself, just with the the Drag Attack texture of this version of Nitro Door Slammer. I just retraced that and remade it instead of just taking it straight from the game, because taking it straight from the game looked bad. So I just remade it. This is funny story here. I actually finished this last night. This is a new version of Dakar that hasn't even released yet. So yeah, pretty cool. Remade, obviously, because you can tell it wasn't just taken from the diecast. Because you know I didn't want to be cheap on this one, because most of the recent textures, well, actually no, all the recent textures I've made from like 2 or 3 months ago are stuff that I remade the decals from. Because again, they just look bad. But the only thing that isn't accurate with this texture, as opposed to the original one, is it doesn't have like the Fender decal, and the Hot Wheels logo that you see there is the old Hot Wheels logo, because that's the only thing I had from Waymond. Yeah, this Hot Wheels logo is from Waymond, by the way, so thank him as well. Velocity, yeah, he gave me that 2005 Hot Wheels logo. So that's the only one I could use, so I just decided to use that one instead of the new Hot Wheels logo that you're using. Well, that they're using for this texture anyway. Well, for the original anyway. I don't even know if I'm making sense right now. I barely got any sleep. But what I'm saying is, on the original diecast, that again hasn't released yet, they used the new Hot Wheels logo, but I didn't have that, so I just used the old one. I think it looks fine anyway. And also, the original, under the Hot Wheels logo on that like blank spot, it says HW Graphics. I hate remaking letters, so I didn't make that. Doesn't really matter though, it looks fine without it. Yeah, I don't know why this doesn't show up. It's the Acceleron Hollowback. It's the same as it was before, but for some reason, again, it's in the file, but it's just not loading the game. But yeah, this one's just the Diesel Boy because I limited UVs. Spinebuster's the same, remade. Didn't just take it from the original car. Excuse me. Although I did have to adjust the rear decal to fit a little bit better, and it fits a tiny bit better. Powerbomb, which is I remade the diecast Powerbomb decals myself. All this is my stuff except for that Metal Maniacs logo, which is I think from DeviantArt. Just look up Metal Maniacs logo and you'll find it. But yeah, makes this look pretty good. It's not just a recolor to beat that texture because it looked bad if I just recolored it, but yeah. And then Speed Bump, which this was Albino's texture that he made was nothing like the diecast version of Speed Bump. There was 2 versions of Speed Bump that were released. There was this color and then the one that's a beat that one. And Albino didn't even remake that one. He just made like his own version and decided to just do the diecast version. So yeah, Albino's Speed Bump texture is not here now because again, none of his textures are here. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick race with. What car should I do? I mean, I'm gonna just do the car because why not? It's a release that hasn't even been made yet. Don't even ask how I got the pictures. I literally just looked up Dakar, and for some reason, somebody got a picture of the new Dakar that hasn't even been released yet. I don't even know how, but. Oh god. Oh gosh. If anybody wants any of the decals I remade, just tell me. Honestly, I'm fine with giving them out. As long as they're not like other people's decals on the texture, I'll make sure to only share my stuff, none of anybody else's, because I just want to make sure that I'm not giving people just free textures that other people made. I mean, the Teku logos from Omega and the in Wayman's Wayman or Colosity, I made sure to make sure that he was okay with using his stuff. So yeah, and then Opus, he gave out the Teku logos for free at one of his servers. So yeah, that was pretty nice of him to do that, because otherwise that would suck. If I didn't have the Teku logos and I had to remake all of them, that's kind of a pain. Nice physics, yep. Also, by the way, I never understood what the DK on this texture is, and I realized DK duck color makes sense now. Could you like move SPEC? Thank you. Oh, okay. Let's go. Poor chick forgot Tesla toys. There you go. Cheats. Wait a minute. Oh, I didn't even notice there's coins coming out of that machine. I haven't noticed that, ever. What the heck? Man, I've played this game for, like, what, 12 years now? Way more than that, probably. But, maybe 12, maybe 14, yeah. No, because I've been alive 16 years. So probably 12 years, yeah. And I never noticed that. I guess you still learn things even after playing the game for 12 years. But yeah, that was the texture mod. Link is in the description. One thing you do need to know before you even think about trying to get this to work, and then you spam me with comments saying, "Oh, why isn't this working? Where does this file type?" You need a program called TextMod for this to work. It's TEXMOD, TextMod. If you do not download that, then you're never going to be able to use this texture pack. You have to download TextMod, download the TPF file from the description of this video, and then you can go ahead, go to TextMod, select the exe of the game, and then just select the TPF file, and then you should be good. If you need any help with TextMod, then just let me know, but just before you ask for help, at least make sure to look up things before you ask me. I'm fine with helping, I just don't want 1,000 questions of, 1,000 of the same questions that could easily be solved by just looking up on Google. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and enjoy the texture mod. I've worked really hard on this to make sure that you guys are getting this as soon as possible, and I hope you're happy with the outcome. If you want any suggestions, you want any texture, suggestions, or you want specific things removed, changed, whatever, I will make sure to do a separate version of the texture mod, and I'll give it to you. I'm perfectly fine with commissions. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.